What up, y'all? This your boy Ty.hd back again. I know it's kind of late, you know what I'm saying, but I got other obligations to obligate myself to. But anyway, if you missed part one, make sure you go check it out on the previous video leading up to where I'm at now. If you like me doing these story times, make sure you let me know what I like, comment down below, you know what I'm saying, subscribe, you know what I'm saying, for more of these stories and stuff like that. It's like 9 o'clock on a Sunday, and I gotta knock this video out real quick, but anyway, so a small piece of the summary. We, my homie was talking to this lady, and this lady gave him a candy bar, which was ashy, and we ate this ashy candy bar. Yes, we ate a random lady's ashy candy bar, and he told me it was an edible. Like some time later, after I killed all the crumbs and the candy. Hey, don't, hey, cut that. But anyway, so he told me it was edible, and then I was like kind of freaking out, like, wow, I never had one of these before. But within this 2 hour window, nothing happened until we got on the plane. So we got on the plane. We was getting on the plane, and they was like greeting us and stuff like that. But it was like two ladies and a dude, and the dude was like looking at me, but I felt like he probably thought I was like sneaking some drugs in my butt or something. No homo, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I thought he was thinking, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, he was like, you okay, sir? And I was like, yeah. And I think in my mind, as time goes, I don't remember. I think that he probably thought I was under the influence, or I thought I said to him that it was the first time I was on this plane, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, he was kind of giving me like just kind of looking too much like at my direction, you know what I'm saying? But I'm already got slapped in the face by these edibles, and he asked me that. Then we went to go find our seats, and this plane was like big as hell, and I was told like international planes are usually bigger. So my seat was in the middle, in the center, but in the middle seat, and a homie was on the right side, and yeah, on the right side of the plane, but like in the same little aisle. And and then these two Japanese ladies came and sat next to me, and when they came and sat next to me, I'm just thinking like I'm looking and I'm looking and I'm looking around, and me and the homie was the only two black dudes on the plane. Even though I know there's black folks in Japan, but this whole time I was like, I'm black. Yeah, I said it. I felt black. Everybody on this plane was like Asian except for me and this dude. So I crossed my arms and I laid back. So this whole time I was just thinking about everybody that like kind of pushed me or pressured me into like going to Japan. Like, you should do it, you should do it. And I was like, this nigga really made me thought about going to Japan. And I was just blaming everybody else for the fact that I wanted to go there, but I had pushed myself because of other situations that I was dealing with at that time. So, yeah, so I leaned back and I'm just laying there. Then the plane was like doing this little thing, whatever, spinning in a circle, took off flying. So I'm just sitting here with my eyes closed for a little bit, but I'm just feeling like feel like waves or something going past my face. So I'm like, open my eyes because I felt that. And I was like, I can't close my eyes. And I was like, maybe I should watch a movie. So I'm putting on a movie, and I think I was watching Men in Black or something, the trash one in London or something, England, whatever it was, which was trash. So I wasn't really watching it, but I was just looking at it. And the whole time in my head, I'm just thinking like, I'm going to Japan. Oh my gosh, we're gonna be black. Oh my gosh, everybody gonna be looking at me because I'm black and stuff like that. You know, reality was like hitting me that, and on top of that, I don't know how to speak Japanese, and even though I met a few people off the like one dude off Instagram and another dude off this app called Hello Talk, which he backed out of meeting us at the airport. So I'm just thinking about all of that, like, dang, I don't even know any Japanese, none of that. So I'm just panicking. So as I'm like watching this movie, so I'm like, man, uh, yeah, something like that. So the flight attendant was coming down and they was passing out drinks, and I'm trying to remember because this was like 2017. The flight attendant was coming down trying to bring some drinks, so they asked us what we want or whatever, and I got a cup of water. And I was like, maybe I should drink some water to get me back into reality or whatever. So he gave me some water and these nasty crackers that they claimed that was popular in Japan or whatever, but it was nasty as hell. And I drank the water, ate the thing or whatever, and I needed to pee this whole time. So I don't even know why I drank the water, but I was just gone. So I needed something to bring me back. So after I drank the water, they went down, they came back, and they collected the trash. And then the guy was like, "Is everything okay, sir?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah," and stuff like that. And he was like, "Let me know if you need anything." But I was wondering why he was coming to me, and I was thinking like, he probably know. Oh my gosh! So I was like, "Let me go back to sleep." So I closed my eyes. So I'm just taking these little waves that was going like that. It just felt like something was just pushing me back. So I'm just laying there with my arms crossed, and I feel a tap on my shoulder, and I freaked out. And the lady was like, "Sorry, sorry, 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 sorry." And then she started pointing at the homie, and then I looked over at him, and he was over there like just all happy and stuff. Cause I know like it was his first time, our first time going to Japan, so he was geeked. So I gave him a look, like I mugged him a little bit, and I just laid back again, like further back in the seat. And then I'm just feeling these waves, and I'm just trying to take these waves, and I'm just taking it, just panicking, just my heart racing, I'm panicking. Then all of a sudden, the plane just started going crazy, and I started panicking in my head, but in my facial expression and stuff, I was just trying to look like a G. You know what I'm saying? Trying to look like a man. You know what I mean? So the plane was just going crazy, and the whole time that the plane was going crazy, in my head, I was like, please God. I was just praying, please God, don't let this plane crash. If you gonna kill us or make this plane crash, make it crash on the way back home. Let me experience Japan. Let me experience Japan. Then you can make the plane crash. The plane crash, please let me go experience this moment, and then let the plane crash when we go back home. That's what I was thinking this whole time. And the thing was just going crazy, and I'm just over here overthinking and stuff like that, and trying to look like a G at the same time. Then the pilot, he was saying something about the unexpected turbulence and all this other stuff. But I'm just over here panicking the whole time, and blah blah blah. So it eventually got back to normal, and I started to like close my eyes again. So when I started to close my eyes again, I started feeling these waves again, and I opened my eyes again, and I was watching the movie again, and then the guy came back down. Uh, the flight attendants, they both came back down, and they was passing out drinks again, and the guy was like, "You need anything?" And I was like, "No, I'm fine." And he was like, "You sure?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sure." And he passed me a bottle of water, a little bottle of water. He passed it to me anyway, so I took it. And when I took the water, I sat it on my tray and I just left it there. And then, because I already needed to pee, like I said. And then they went down a little aisle. Then they came back up. And I swear, like, probably like 10 minutes later, they come back down again, passing out drinks again. And he didn't even ask me this time. He handed me another drink. He handed me a Sprite. And I took the Sprite and I just sat it to my next to my water bottle, and I'm like, why he keep giving me drinks? And I was like, if he give me another drink, I'm not gonna take it because I needed to pee and I was scared to get up because this is the first time I was on a plane and I'm going to another country and I felt black and I didn't want to I felt like I didn't want to inconvenience the people that were sitting next to me to get up. And I don't even know the plane rules, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Even though I saw people going to the bathroom, the restroom, but I still was sitting there holding it in like a trooper. And this flight was like 13 hours, I think. And I was sitting there for hours. We got on the plane and I needed to pee. So I'm just holding this in. And I was like, I hope I don't pee on myself. I hope I don't fall asleep and pee on myself. That's all I was thinking too. So he walked back up. 10 minutes later, walked back down, hands me another drink. I took the drink after I said I wasn't going to take the drink. And I had like, at the end, I had like, I think I had like 3, 4 drinks at the end. And I ain't drink them. And I I had my bag under the seat, so I think I was stuffing the drinks, the ones that was closed in the bag because I had to pee. So what happened? So after all of that, he questioned me another time, asking me, "Am I okay if I needed anything?" I said no. Then it eventually wore out. You know what I'm saying? I got back to normal, and I'm still staying. I stayed awake the whole flight until we got there because I couldn't sleep because I didn't want to pass out and pee on myself and then embarrass myself. And these two ladies like, damn, black people are peeing themselves. But yeah, um, so they gave us the sheet. I watched a lot of YouTube videos before I went out there about like the airport, how to navigate the airport, but they never showed customs. So I didn't know what to do with customs. They was passing us a sheet. I just waved it off because the guy was, he was like, "Do you need this?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't even know what it was." And then we got off the plane. We was getting off the plane, and the guy he said something to me. I forgot what he said, but I wasn't worried about it. I was just like shocked that we finally made it. We were still alive, and we went out we got off the plane, and I'm just looking around like, what is this? I didn't see this on YouTube, and uh, yeah, I was like, I didn't see this on YouTube, and I'm just looking at everybody and seeing what they was doing. So I was like, and the homie was like, "Where we supposed to go?" And I'm like, "Shoot, I don't know." And then I was like, "Let's look around." So we just looking around, looking like tourists, you know what I'm saying? And I see people just like at this counter signing things. So I was like, "Hey, let's go over here." So I went over there and I saw what they were signing, and it was the same thing they gave us on the plane, but it was just custom stuff like where you gonna live at, or they want the address and all this other stuff. And so I'm like, all right, I think we gotta sign it. So we filled it out, and then we went to the counter where they let you through the little gate, and the lady was speaking in Japanese, and I didn't even know what she was saying. So I just handed her my passport and the card we had. I just handed it to her, and uh, and then she let us through. And then I'm looking around. We looking around because we don't know where to go, and we were just walking around for a little bit, and then we went out this other doors, and it took you to the part I saw on YouTube, and so the Japanese guy that lived out there that was supposed to meet us at the airport, he was gonna pick us up at the airport, and he was gonna take us to our Airbnb, but he wasn't there, so we had to do it on our own. So we just looking around and we trying to talk to people. Some people didn't know Japanese, but we went to the little information desk, which they know English over there. So they gave us these little Suki cards. I'm gonna show you the Suki card another time. I don't have it because I was thinking about it. So they gave us a Suki card. They explained what the Suki card was for and stuff like that, which I didn't see on YouTube as well. And after that, we ran into a white couple, and they asked us about like, about what made us come to Japan. It wasn't like that, but I don't remember what exactly they were saying. But we was two tourists that passed each other, so they was curious and we was curious. And then they was telling us that they was getting on the train, and I didn't know nothing about the train, and they didn't really have like Uber out there either. And so we was thinking about like the bus, the taxi, the train, and we knew the bus was the cheapest route. So we went out the building. We was following the signs, and it took us to the bus stop thing or whatever. It was like the bus area, but we got on this train. It took us to a specific spot. Then we started walking. Then we was like in the main. We went to Tokyo, so we went outside and we was walking around trying to find a bus stop. But good thing for Google Maps, it took care of us. And so it showed us where the bus stop was at, and we was on one side of the street. And I'm like, is this the bus stop? And he was like, I don't know. And I seen a lady across the street, so I'm like, let's go across the street and ask her. So we went across the street to ask her about the bus stop, and she said she started like panicking. She was like, "No, no, 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 no," and I'm like, "No, you know where the bus is? This the bus stop?" She said, "No, no, 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 no," and I'm like, "All right, whatever, whatever," and we walked off. We walked off, and then we seen another guy. He come walking down the street, and we stopped him, and he was like, "Oh, no English, no English," and I showed him the bus stop on my phone, and he was like, like that, and I was like, all right, cool, and then we stayed at the bus stop, and a bus started coming, and then I hold my phone up, and I was trying to match up cause I don't know Japanese, I don't know how to read it or none of that. I know a little bit now. Hajimemashite, nice to meet you. But anyway, so I was trying to match up the words of the bus on my phone. So I'm like, is this the bus? And I wasn't sure. So we got on the bus and we showed the bus driver. And he was like, ah. And then we was like, okay, cool. And then we found some seats. We didn't even pay for the bus yet because we wasn't sure. And I'm over here trying to figure that out. And you can pay for it with the Suki card. So so we got on the bus and we was sitting on the bus and we was looking out the window and it looked so beautiful. Japan looked so beautiful. And we was just riding on the bus and then he did the little stops or whatever. And then when our stop came, he like pointed at us and he was like ah. And he was like so happy to like let us know our bus stop was there. And then he kind of like directed us, like pointed like the directions to go and stuff like that when we got off the bus. And then he showed me that I had to use a Suki card to pay for the bus. But yeah, and then we hopped off the bus and we was kind of completely lost. We was lost. But anyway, part three coming up. You know what I'm saying? If y'all like this, you know what to do. We're gonna do a part three and let me know. You know what I'm saying? This time we kind of got lost and we were still trying to figure things out. You know what I'm saying? And something else happened. You know what I'm saying? But I'll let you know in part three. But all right, peace.